toxic love. Say with me, toxic.
Toxic.
Toxic love. Please, can we, those of you standing, can you just get seated? Please, so that we get. All right, so we. Okay, so to be in a toxic relationship, or generally to be toxic, could mean something poisonous, right? Something poisonous. So when we talk about a toxic relationship, we simply refer to a relationship, a love, whatever it is you call it. Some people are in a relationship, some people are in a situationship. It depends on what you are in. But when it becomes detrimental to your person, when it becomes detrimental to your life, when you can see that your person is being affected, then it is a toxic relationship. Okay? It's a toxic relationship and it calls for attention. So we just want to, in the next a few minutes, look at what this toxic relationship is, how to avoid it, and how to live a happy life. Can we reduce volume a bit? Okay, so it's a toxic situation when you see that your life is not moving forward, when you see that you are rather dying. Because when we talk about poison, for example, poison takes your life, isn't it?
Gradually.
Yes, gradually. Some poisons are gradual. So when we talk about a toxic love, there are loves that are draining people. There are loves that are killing people. But sincerely, when you look at them, they are in those love relationship for maybe, as a matter of fact, some people are in love relationship for just one reason. Yes, for just one reason. They know they are dying in some other side. They know that they are not okay in every other aspect, but they are just there. They are not there because they are happy. They are there for just one thing. You know, that's a toxic relationship. True love has an true love comes with happiness. True love comes with peace. True love comes with a level of satisfaction. Yes, that is true love. So when you check your life, when you check your love life, even marriage for married people, when you check your marriage, you check your relationship, and there is this comma there, you know that this marriage, this love, this relationship is toxic, then it calls for attention. So our aim here this morning is simply for us to, as you will say, touchlight some of these areas of our love, and look at these toxins, some of these toxins that seem to be eating people up. And then we see how best to handle them. Okay, so remember, you can always speak up. You feel free to be a part of the conversation. Okay, so toxic love is what we are talking about this morning. Once more, you are welcome.
Okay, before we look at the reasons why people decide to remain in a toxic relationship, I think it is important that we also talk about how to identify a toxic relationship. If you are in a relationship and the relationship is toxic, how can you identify it? How can you know that, okay, this particular relationship is toxic? Just like he said, a relationship that does not move you forward is a toxic relationship. Because if you look at it from the beginning, God's intention for marriage is that when the two come together, they say one will chase what? 1,000, isn't it? 2 will chase what? 10,000. So there's supposed to be a progressive increase. There's supposed to be multiplication. It didn't even say 1 will chase 1,000 and 2 will chase 2,000. No. 2 now will chase what? 10,000.
Yeah.
So
10,000.
if you are in a relationship that is moving into marriage, or already a marital one, that's you're already in marriage, your life needs to move forward.
There ought to be visible
progress.
At least in one way or the other.
Yes.
When you are in a relationship that is draining you, that's a toxin. It's not all poisons that kill instantly. Hope you know. Yes, it's not all. As a matter of fact, the toxin of love does not destroy instantly. Most times they are just there drying up. Some people are emotionally drained. Some people are in love relationship that they have physically removed in fact, they have had sex such that they don't have another one to have when they marry again. Everything about them is finished. They are totally gone. That's toxic. So in fact, there are people that have sacrificed their dreams for love. That's toxic. You find out that do you know that there are people in relationship for just the man or the woman? They no more have a life of their own. So, but you see, when you check yourself deep in you, you are dying. Deep in you, you are not happy. Deep in you, you are drained. That's toxic. Anything that is killing you is a poison, even if it is love. Yeah, proceed.
Because it's supposed to be refreshing. Like you're supposed to have this
Refreshing.
this ginger.
I love that one.
Like anytime you converse, anytime you talk, maybe that partner is showing you a new light into your dreams or something that sparks you up and you're always moving forward. So it should not just be about how handsome that person is. That is, anytime I see you, this your handsomeness. In fact, it's just killing me. This your beauty is just killing me. This your sexy body. It's not just all about that. This your sexy, your figure 8 is finishing me. No. When you meet this person, is it just all about the physical? How does that person help to boost your morale? How does that person help you to be able to actualize your dream? How does that person counsel you towards, positivity and achieving great things in life?
So talking about pointing out how to identify toxic relationship, right?
Relationship,
just a
yes.
reminder, okay.
Yes. So another way that you can know if you are in a toxic relationship is a toxic partner is always very, very selfish. It's all about me. It's all about them. So just like he said, some persons have given off their dreams. They have sold their dreams.
Yeah.
Just because of relationship. This is what I would want to be. This is what I want to do. But you are now in a relationship with someone that is not interested in that, and this is what you should be doing. But because of that love, for the sake of the love, you decide to forget about it because of love. I would like to give an example here. I remember the first guy I dated, that was interested in marrying me. I have this passion for preaching. It has always been there. So one day, in the sitting room, we were watching a woman preach on TV, and I said, wow, in some years' time, this is how you see me. And he said, what did you say? Except you are not going to end up becoming my wife. So I looked at him with serious surprise. I was like, are you serious? So he said, yes. That Paul said women should sit down in the church. That women shouldn't speak in the church. That women are now beginning to feel themselves, and they also want to do what men are doing. So because men do hold mic to preach, women to want to preach, and in fact, that's how I was demonstrating. You see them shouting as if they are something. Come on, they should. That was what he said. In fact, that one already was an answer. Do you need to keep pushing with that kind of? It's already an answer. I knew it. I said, wow. So it means that if I end up marrying this guy, I'll be kept under the pillow. Everything about me, that passion that I have, that I will stand one day and be talking to people using the mic, will die. But there are some that, even if they encounter something like that, they will purposely continue. At some point, they will say, okay, no problem. Since he doesn't like it, after all, whatsoever he likes, that is what I should do.
Yeah.
So the dreams will just die like that. And you know, this kind of dream we are talking about it has to do with your calling. This one has to do with my calling. So it's not possible for me to trade it for love whatsoever. So people or toxic partners are always selfish. Selfish. It's all about them. So when you find yourself going out with this person or being with this partner that is all about him, all about her, all about his feeling, all about her feeling.
Yeah.
That partner is not healthy.
That's highly toxic.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I have there is a story too of a young lady. I know a young lady that had started. She just started dating this guy, and the guy told her she was building a profession in journalism. And she was doing quite well. But at that age of her life, she was so passionate about journalism. So passionate. And she had all it takes. You could see, I mean, she had everything. Then she started dating this guy. And the next thing that happened, the guy said he is not comfortable. He is not comfortable with her job because she goes around interviewing men, and he does not know what happens between her and this man, and so she has to stop it. So the question was, choose between journalism and me. What would you do? Huh? You choose your career and remain single. You see, the passion was there. Now, of course, she continued her journalism.
He was supposed to understand.
He was supposed to, but he never did. He never did.
So that is a toxic part.
Of course, that is highly toxic. Yeah, someone is talking.
To become, or what she's pursuing.
Praise the Lord. I want to ask question based on toxic relationship. That relationship, you've seen the red flag and you still push ahead. I want to ask question in the area that the man pretend to accept you, who you are, accept your profession, your career, and the deed has been done after marriage. He now stopped you. He said, no, it can't work in my house. I am the man of the house. In that situation, what do you do? Do you walk away or you still remain in the marriage?
Okay. First of all, I must say here that I think I should use this and address something. You see, I have a problem with the way some people go into a relationship. First of all, if this dating or whatever you call it is done properly, truth will likely be revealed. Truth will likely be revealed. These are not the times that our parents or somebody will just stay and then they go and bring up a man or a woman from somewhere and just give you, and then after 1 month you people are tying the knots. The problem with some people in relationship is they're actually not sincere to themselves. You called it, you saw the red flag. It was a red flag and you entered. Yes, but do you know that many people today see the red flag in love and still go in? There is nobody in marriage today. Okay, let me not say there is nobody. 85% of the people having trouble, 80% minimum, having troubles in marriages today had those red flags in courtship. 80%. We just have less than 20% that did not see that red flag. You cannot tell me that you did not know. There was no signal while dating that he is stingy. You cannot tell me that there was no signal in any way that showed that he is a lazy man. There is no way, there is no how that nothing showed that this woman will be extremely saucy. You cannot say, now she is insulting you at home. Are you telling me you did not receive anything close to that while dating? Most likely, you ignored them.
Yes. Some feel their partner will get better.
Oh yeah.
That person will get
when
better.
we marry, it will change. But you see, thank you. That's very valid and that's true. But let me also make this clear here. Hello, marriage does not change anybody. Marriage worsens any situation you have. Marriage does not change. If I'm dating this woman, I will never date her again anyway. We have dated and now we are married. Huh? We'll be married for 11 years. If I am dating her and she is loving, or okay, she's dating me and I smoke, I drink, I keep late nights, she'll be deceiving herself to say, don't worry, when we marry, I believe, I know he will likely change. The right time, some of you singles, I'm saying this to you
Some
singles.
believe they have what it takes
to
and
change.
They believe that
if
I begin to show him love, let me just come to the house.
Change.
When I begin to show him my own type of love, he will change.
Marriage does not change. I will get worse. You know why? Because she can easily leave me when we are courting. But she will not easily divorce me when we are married. So, the right time to take action is while courting. The right time to threaten her, or for her to threaten me and say, if you can't stop this late night, if you can't stop ABC, I'm out of this relationship. Please, echo is high. Okay, the right time is during the relationship and courtship. So, if you cannot fix it, forget about it. Forget about it. Some of you feel that, you know, I said this here a few weeks ago, that the solution to, okay, I said a fornicator is an adulterer trainee. A fornicator is an adulterer trainee. A young lady deceived herself and said, well, I know this guy cheats, but that's just why I want us to organize our wedding. I believe as soon as we marry, he will stop sleeping with other ladies out there. I looked at her and said, you are fooling yourself. You are fooling yourself. If he cannot stop sleeping with other ladies when you people are courting, as soon as you marry, he knows you know that he does it. He will do it. Because what even drove you into a marriage with a man or a woman that is sleeping with other people out there simply means you are desperate. It simply means you are desperate. Because anything that will make you willing to share a man or a woman is desperacy. It's desperacy. So that is the reason why it is important for you to look out for those red flags. Please, can you take that boy to the children's church? This is Love Matters, please. Okay? It's important. Please, ushers, help take him to join them. Please, it's very, very important. Some of you don't know. Let me tell you. Let me use that child now and tell you. Some of you think he's a child. You know, this is another mistake parents make. You'll be thinking he's a child. There are no children in our times. The moment a child has reached three months, keep him or her away from love issues. I think this is a good opportunity to just say that. Please, it's very important. Parents, some of you will say, 6 months old child. Oh, yeah, remove your clothes. It's a lie. He knows. Especially what they are seeing. Especially what they are seeing. You allow your child of 6 months, 1 year, you see you and mother and father naked, and say, what are they doing? You see the child come out and be carrying do like this to everywhere for people. Be careful. Yes, that's just by the way anyway. So when we say children are not in love matters, we know what we are saying. Please, parents, take good note of that. These things can actually destroy. At 6 months, at 1 year, you can tarnish the whole memory of a child for the rest of his life. Blank their head with sexual thoughts alone, and you'll be very surprised. Especially at early ages, whatever they see stays with them. It stays with them, okay? That's by the way. That's by the way. So, please, talking about your question now. The red flags should not be ignored. How does he react first when you come out maybe from those jobs, you are back from work and all those things? That should begin to tell you. Because a person that is not even interested in the work you are doing at all, you just say, where are you? You say, I'm at work. You say, work, okay. It's already indicating something. You are even supposed to ask the person, this work, are you not? In fact, you don't even care how the work is going. You should see that most likely when you marry, he will stop that profession. He will stop that profession. You see? So these are actually some things to look at. Red flags should not be ignored. And another thing, I'm still answering your question before she answers, okay? Another thing is marrying people you don't know is a problem. Marrying people you don't know is a serious problem. I do not believe in 2 months or 3 months dating or courtship. We just met 2 months ago and here is our wedding card. Where do you know him from? Where do you know him from? You don't even know that person as far as I'm concerned, because 2 months, 3 months is not enough. I do not believe in short courtship and I do not believe in long courtship. As a matter of fact, the relationship I believe in is a relationship that is leading to marriage. Because I don't see what else you people are doing together if you are not preparing to marry. Yes. I know that might sound a bit mundane now and out of fashion. Okay, what are we doing? You don't even know. The proposal, I thought, is someone, if you are coming to me and say, I would like, what you should be telling me is, well, I'm interested in you, blah, 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 and it should be something leading to marriage, not just, let's just be friends. What are you people friending for? What are you just doing? Nothing. So it is when that intention is there, then you begin, and then so you know that you are working towards marriage, not just helping flesh and blood or helping a body and soul, keeping body and soul together. You are not a common commodity to be tested everywhere. Because when they ask some people their body counts, they have slept with Ngozi, they have slept with Anita, they have slept with Amina, they have slept with every tribe, one, put them together. And then at the end of the day, you don't even know what the spirits that are controlling you anymore. Those are dangerous paths to tread. Okay, so red flags, as you rightly mentioned, is a way out of that question. If you want to add to that, you add and let's. Okay, someone wants to add. Please come up. Fast. Yes, up here. That can capture your pretty face.
You know, sometimes when you are single and you are matured, when you go into a relationship, you don't want to know. You just ignore everything because you want to settle down. Even when that signs are there, no way. I have a friend, she sings very well. She's a minister, she sings. When she met this guy, when she go for choir practice and come back, it's a problem. Every time she go to his house and come back, she can never be happy. I told her, I said, this thing is not marriage. Marriage is not something you go and bear. As I'm talking to you, she does not go to church again.
Of course she won't.
But she saw those signals and she ignored them. So if you are desperate, you will not want to know what is happening. You think, I'm going there, I'm going to change. Nothing is changing in marriage.
Yes, marriage will only worsen it.
Because it's only during courtship that you do things to impress each other.
Yeah.
Once you are in there, you are in there.
Yeah.
And marriage is not something you go and bear. You don't bear. You can tolerate something, but you don't bear it to be happy. Okay, what do you think? You get married to this man because you want to marry. You forgo your career. You can never be a happy person. You can never. So if you're a single lady here, it is better to wait and get married to the right person. When you see those signals, please don't ignore them. If he's not ready to change, he's not ready to adjust, don't ignore them. Nobody will tell me here that I got married to the man, I do not see the signal. He was pretending, it's a lie. You are not telling yourself the truth. If we must tell ourselves the truth, those signals,
Yeah, they always come.
signals are there. So please.
Red flags. Red flags. Yeah, come up. Yes, you're talking. Come this way. Come
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
I really like the answer.
Okay.
I want to ask another question.
Okay. Oh.
I am a young lady, maybe in a relationship. Maybe this relationship is toxic. Every day I receive slap and beating, like breakfast from the man. Maybe beating like lunch.
Okay.
And in the evening I receive the dinner in a full dose. But I don't see it as anything. As I want advice.
You are
as a
enjoying
young lady.
it.
And she's enjoying it. If you talk about it, going to her, say, sister, you will die one day. Say, God forbid, don't talk. He's a very caring man. He takes care of me. And this relationship is a kind of relationship that the man blind her with so much gift. So much gift. Everything, she doesn't lack anything. But the problem she have in the relationship is beating. And she does not see it as anything. What advice will you give to such a lady that has been blind?
Okay. Oh. All right, come on. Yes, come on. Please, anybody can talk, okay? This love matters.
You know, we have different types of love. And the foundation of her love life matters a lot. I have a friend. She's married today. If she's in a relationship and the guy does not beat her, she's not comfortable. Oh. No, that is because she is prone to that pattern. She does not need advice. Because even if you advise her to leave the man, she will not leave the man. And if she go to somebody that is not beating her, she can't stay. So that is your own way of love. You are doing your own love hard. So nobody will advise you. You have to be there. You will not leave that relationship. If you are advising her, you are wasting your time. Even the man she got married to today is beating her, and she is happy in it.
But I think that she should still be advised anyway.
Well, I think
She should
talking
still be
about
advised.
the advice.
Although she will not listen, but just do your own part.
Advice.
And it might be
Advice
a
has to be.
psychological thing.
Yes, I think that's where I was trying to drive at. Some people are actually having psychological problem. And that's such a person actually, because there is no normal human being in his or her normal senses that enjoys beating.
And it seems to be a school of thought. Because this is not the first time. I think
Yes.
it's about the third time. we're hearing it.
This is actually not the first time. We've had this issue in Love Matters actually before, where someone enjoys beating. But as you said, it's a psychological issue. It's like a school of thought. You know, there are things that when you keep hearing, it becomes a part of you. So maybe if I begin to teach you now that beating is a proof of love, before you know it, if you go into a relationship and you are not beating, you feel this person doesn't love you. Just like some of you in relationship have carried the school of thought that sex is a proof of love. That's a school of thought. Sex is our proof of love. If you truly love me, you open your leg for me. So that has become your school of thought. That can also be the same thing with that beating. No matter how bad something is, if you continue to hear it and it becomes your school of thought, you wouldn't want to do without it. If you love me, you will sleep with me. You cannot say we are in a relationship and we are not having sex. Then what is the relationship about? Sex is the proof of love. And as I always say, if sex is the proof of love, all prostitutes are lovers. Anytime you need love, go to the brothel and take love from there. But love is beyond sex. So that school of thought again, yes, you can come up, sir, you want to talk. That school of thought that you need to receive beatings. Well, for me, that is senseless, and I think that person needs to be helped. As a matter of fact, that person should be bundled and taken to a psychiatric first, should be given medical attention. Then that young man that is beating her to that level, as a matter of fact, that is assault. It's against the law to beat someone to the level of harm, injury. That person will die someday. Of course, when that sickness that is worrying her, that psychological problem worrying her will disappear. It's when she finds herself in hell or in heaven, wherever. You see, yes, give him the mic. He wants to say something or add something.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mine is a different question altogether.
Okay, it's another question.
Yes.
Okay, are we done with this? You want to add something here? Okay, I think we are done. Okay. Yes.
Thank you. I want to believe that every woman walking out here is a potential wife to someone, and the men are husbands, as it were. And this toxic behavior we're talking about lives amongst men. So amongst men, amongst
human beings,
as among the
human
beings.
I thought to say it's men.
No,
okay, humans,
men and women.
Good.
And if we are advising us here to be very careful to ensure that this one is not having this behavior. Just go away if you perceive this. Who is to marry these ones with this toxic behavior about? And secondly, let me quickly answer that.
The people that will marry them are the people that don't want to hear word, and they will always be here. The same way people with bad character are there. See, most times people will marry the people that fit them. You that is a fighter, most likely is a street person that can fight with you that you will marry. Because it's very difficult. Please just get this volume down. Just reduce the volume. Well, the master volume should just go down. Thank you. Now, most likely, we in church here, of course, you are married. Okay, you are married. Most likely, none of these young men, I did not say off the volume, please. None of these young men that are hearing these truths will likely go to the club. None of them will likely go to the club and pick a wife. So, there will be people, as Jesus said, the poor will always be among you. Why? Because there are people that will never want to accept financial teaching. No matter how we teach on financial principles till next tomorrow, even if inside church here, some of you will never hit to them. If we say save, some of you will never do it. If we say invest, some of you will never invest. If we say give, some of you will never. So poverty will always be. There is no day that government will eradicate poverty completely from the life of everybody. There are people that will never accept. So you see those people, they will attract some men for one reason or the other. You see those ones, those ones that they are very saucy, they can fight. Their bomb will attract some men. Their bomb, they will use one thing or the other. Some of them will carry themselves and go and, of course, there are lusts of men. Some of these men, let me not stay on only some of these men, their money will attract some women. They know that these people are bad, but they want to be with them for that reason. Some of those people, they will be some of them, they will join to them because they sabi do sex. So everybody have a bargaining power. That's the point. Everybody has a bargaining power. So
Thank you
those
very
people,
much.
somebody will carry them.
Thank you very much. I think the second question is almost been answered. So I was to ask, what do we do to ensure that this is not, how do we eradicate this toxic behavior, or how do we save them?
Okay.
Yes, how do we save them? I think you
No, how did I answer it? Let me know. Maybe you help us answer it the way I answered it.
have. No, how do you save the home matter? Just like you said, they will not change some of those persons.
True.
So they have something somewhere, bargaining power to catch those persons,
catch.
and they remain the way they are.
Yeah.
But I really wish they changed.
Amen.
That is for the unrepentant
And that's why
ones.
we are doing what we are doing. By speaking, by teaching, we expect that people change. Even as I'm talking about all these things, now some of you will just hear it and say, that thing, you know, easy. Angelina too sweet. Pastor no go understand. When I see that thing, that get, no, he no go understand. If they give him that thing, he go understand. Don't worry. I prefer make she dey insult me. May I just dey see that big bomb. It's okay for me. You see, that is immediate gratification, forgetting about the future. But when you get to the house as a man and she's pounding you, or she carry all your land documents and go and sell, like it happened to a man I told you last 2 weeks, I told you. Sell all the land to send her younger sister abroad. Then you will understand. And you are back to penury. There are men, you know, we were talking about, I think a man, a successful businessman was talking to my wife. He was still single, and he said he's actually trusting God for a wife, but his fear is he's afraid because a lot of his colleagues and friends who were also doing well in business, as soon as they married, he has noticed that their businesses shut down. And so he is scared of bringing a woman into his life. Of course, I'm not in any way saying women are bad. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm talking both men and women. There are also men that bring down women's life and career. Okay? I'm telling you a story. Okay? He said that's his fear. Now, this is someone that has a business worth over 30, 40 million. And he's looking at it. And then he's thinking. He remembers so and so. I think he gave you the story of I think it's someone abroad or so.
Yes.
Tell us
That came back to Nigeria and got a wife from the East. So he was a successful, or he is a successful businessman in UK. So he came back to Nigeria, got married, they did a very wonderful wedding and left. So when they left, somehow the wife ran him down.
In the UK.
Implicated him and went to report to the authorities. After reporting him, they had to send him back to Nigeria and told him never to return. So she's the one there now, enjoying his money, running the company. In fact, the courts gave everything to her, and he's back to Nigeria.
So now he is back to zero. He
Why
is
she's there.
at zero. So you see, that's what we are saying. So most of this